Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You guys remember Doraemon, right? Everybody loves this cartoon. I mean, a robotic cat from Japan with many magical items, and he's from the future to help you get out of trouble. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Of course, I'm sure that we've all dreamed about having Doraemon's magical items, like this magical door that can take you wherever you want to go, or this helicopter thing. Of course, we can't have those things. But there is one thing in the real world that's almost as magical. It's called the credit card. Today, I'm going to a particular place to get it. So, follow me, guys. We're here! Welcome to KBank, Kasikorn Public Company Limited. We are here because KBank has launched a super cute Doraemon debit card, which some of you may have already seen. I don't have one yet, so today we're gonna apply for a Doraemon debit card. Follow me, guys. KBank is the 4th largest commercial bank in Thailand. It basically deals with everything that involves money, with everyone, whether you're a huge corporation, an SME entrepreneur, or someone like me who always maxes out on her credit card limit. So KBank does 3 types of banking: consumer, commercial, and corporate banking. It offers a variety of services that include transaction services, deposits and investment banking services, and funding and borrowing. It also does international trade financing, asset management, and insurance. Most of these activities can also be done online, as the company has moved its services onto the digital platform as well. Currently, they have over 900 branches throughout Thailand, over 200 of them being in Bangkok. Plus, there are more than 8,300 ATM machines, so they're very easy to access. Outside of Thailand, the bank's strategy is to become an Asian bank by having networks in many partnering banks in different countries, like in Japan, China, and South Korea. In addition, they also have representative offices in many places. Most recently, they've just opened one in Myanmar. So again, this is all to facilitate international trade more effectively. Guys, I finally have my Doraemon debit card. Look how cute! Oh my god. Let's go see if it works. Ladies and gentlemen, now that I have my beloved debit card, please let me introduce you to our very special guest today, Dr. Adit Laixuthai, Executive Vice President and Chief Investors Relations Officer at KBank. สวัสดีค่ะ Dr. Adit.
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you for meeting with us today.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
So, first of all, I'd like to ask you about your outlook on KBank's businesses for 2013.
Yeah. Well, talking about outlook, normally we are talking about an overall economy, the macro picture. Hopefully this year is a better year. And we think that in terms of the real GDP growth this year are likely to be around, say, 5% plus. And we think that the expected inflation rate probably will lie around 3 plus as well. So it's not too bad for the Thai economy, given that the global environment is still kind of volatile.
Right,
and that's still quite a bit of uncertainty.
And do you think that, with all the economic conditions in the EU, in the US, how is it going to affect the business?
We just have to take into account and then prepare ourselves, and at the same time do things sensibly. Try to have balanced growth rather than aggressive growth.
Right.
So that's something that probably will help us grow steadily.
And what would be your main focus this year? Talking about your business.
main focus, I have to start from how we execute our strategy. In fact, our strategy as an overall, we call that customer-centric strategy. So we view the competition in the system that something very similar to the oligopolistic setting. That means that there are a few players, and each probably will try to sell practically about the same thing, i.e. we are selling financial commodities. So just to escape from this kind of connotation, we just have to make sure that we understand the customers first. So starting from understanding the customer preferences, financial preferences, lifestyles, life stages, and all of those things before we even think about what to sell to them.
Right.
So understanding the needs from the other side, from our customers, and then at the same time, we have to make sure that we have variety of products. We have a chance to provide convenience to our customers, and we just have to make sure that there will be variety of products to offer to customers, and also make sure that we have the ability to provide advisory services to customers as well. So these are the strategy that we want to do our business under this kind of environment setting.
Right. And with the AEC coming, what are your expansion plans?
AEC stands for ASEAN Economic Community. It is a form of economic integration. So in terms of how are we going to prepare for this kind of change, we still adhere to the customer-centric strategy. So we follow the customers. There are three things that we can do. Number one, when you look at the overseas customers from the other countries, banks, customers want to come to Thailand to conduct their businesses. They may manufacture some things and then export to other countries. So we can capture that kind of flows by working with our partners in those countries and then take care of their customers here in Thailand. So this is one. Number two, the other way around, some Thai business people may want to conduct their businesses outside Thailand among those countries within the ASEAN. So we can actually partner with all of those local banks and then work with them and then help our clients or the Thai clients with some information, of which we are about to create the AEC intelligence unit to provide some useful information for them. So when they go overseas to those countries, there will be our partners that will take care of the Thai clients over there. Thirdly, there will be the China strategy that we have. We want to capture the business flows from China to Thailand, from Thailand to China, and also conduct our own businesses in China, meaning that we are going to lend locally in Shenzhen province.
Right.
Okay, so that is kind of an overall activities that we would do under the expansion of the AEC.
So, Dr. Adit, of course, banking business depends on many things, the profit of a bank. Let's start with the loan growth. What do you think the trend of the loan growth will be this year?
Okay. Actually, I should say this first, that for KBank, we actually want to be a bank that has sustainable risk-adjusted return in the long term. So that implies that everything we do today, it should be very sensible and it should be very well balanced. So in terms of the loan growth target, we actually work it with the assumptions on the economy. So if the economy, as we talked about, that the real GDP growth to be roughly about 5, with the expected inflation to be around 3+, we're talking about the nominal GDP growth rate around 8%. We feel that the sensible loan growth should not go beyond the 1.5 times the nominal GDP growth rate. Hence, we are talking about, say, about 9 to 11% loan growth target for this year.
Right.
So we believe that is very sensible to grow around this much. But some people may think this is not that strong, but I beg to differ. I think that this is very sensible because we want to make sure that we put the non-interest income to offset the modest growth on the lending side. So this year, 2013, non-interest income growth, we plan to grow within the mid-teens level. So all of these combined, we should deliver some really good results.
Right. And with your loaning policies, how are your non-performing loans performing?
We have to be careful at all times. And being a bank, We just have to make sure that we continue to monitor the asset quality at all times. So that implies that we will do our best just to extend good loans and monitor the situation. At this juncture, our non-performing loans would be around 2.16%. I believe that it may move within this neighborhood.
Has it decreased from last year?
Yeah, if you're looking in terms of the year-on-year, you will see that the trend continues to decline over time. But we have come to the last part of it, so it's going to move not so drastically. It's going to kind of come down, stable, come down, and stable, that type of thing. It wouldn't really go beyond the 2.4% level, given that there is still some uncertainty floating around domestically and internationally.
Right. Well, thank you so much for today. We got a lot of information from you, so thanks a lot, Dr. Adit.
You're welcome. ยินดีครับ
Financial highlights. In the third quarter of 2012, KBank's revenue was about 132.4 billion, growing by 13% from 2008. The net profit was about 27.5 billion, which grew by 17%. Moving on to look at the net profit margin, in the third quarter of 2012, the net profit margin was at 20.8%, growing by 3% from 2008. And the ROE was at 18.6%. This grew by 7%. And at the end of 2012, the PE was at 15.13. This is a growth of 23%, while the PBV was 2.59, growing by 27%. KBank's share price at the end of 2012 was 193.5 baht. It grew by 44% in these 5 years. And lastly, the market cap of KBank was about 476.2 billion baht as of January this year. Ladies and gentlemen, that was KBank. Join us again next time for company highlights with me, Pizza. And remember, if you want a Doraemon debit card, you know where to find it. I'll be off today, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye!